All right, hey, back at it again. 10-minute talks with Ty. I don't know if I got a whole 10 minutes this time because I'm still driving, but maybe I'm 10 minutes away. Actually, I think I am 10 minutes away. So, messaging. We're talking about messaging and sales messaging. And right now in this video, I want to talk about selling a product before you have it, and actually, and this actually does a couple of different things. It creates, it also creates a need or creates a demand in the marketplace before you have that product as well. Not before, it's before you have a product, and I'll explain that in this. I'll explain that in a second. Again, my name is Tyron Spear. I've done about $2.4 million in e-commerce. I was in the Marine Corps, Blackwater Security Group, and then I started selling products on Amazon. Now, and I always forget to mention this, but also built a water plant in Kenya. That's the biggest thing that I've done with my own money, not other people's money. So I built the whole thing, reverse osmosis equipment, yada yada yada. So 2013, I started selling products on Amazon, and did about 2.4 million, and then moved to Shopify. So now I'm specifically on Shopify, using driving customers to my store using YouTube videos and Facebook ads. So that's where I'm at right now. All right, so Kanye West is releasing an album called Jesus is King. I believe that's the name of the album. And today the album was supposed to drop, I believe. So the album was supposed to drop today. And again, this is related to e-commerce. So we're gonna go to bring this around to e-commerce. And the album didn't drop today. So people are screaming. So the market that Kanye West has created, remember I keep saying that the market of people, I'm gonna keep saying that, that the market of people just like me and you. So Kanye West has found a bunch of people, including the news media, that's saying his audience, all of these people that follow him, his market is now screaming because the album didn't come out today, and they are pissed. And because the album's supposed to drop. And he told them the album was going to drop today, and the album didn't drop, and yada, 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 yada. So people are mad, right? Remember I told you guys earlier in the last video that what drives us is our limbic brain, right? So, or our, people call it a primitive brain, the first brain, all these different things, our, survival, fight or flight, sex, food, But anyway, that's the brain that drives us. And Kanye West music is always a great medium to tap into people's limbic brain, tap into people's subconscious. Music does wonders for that. It's like our subconscious mind just opens right up to music and the messaging in music. So what does Kanye West's album dropping, and what does all these people screaming about Kanye West's album have to do with e-commerce? Imagine if you was dropping a product and you already had people screaming, the news media outlets was already reporting about it, and so on and so forth. I'm not saying that you can do that. You can, but I'm not saying that you can do that. But I'm just talking about something close to that. How do we get to creating this Kanye West effect? Jesus is King, the album that's going to drop. How do we get that same effect for our products? Right back to what I was talking about in the last video, messaging. If this is a pain point, if this is a demand, I just drove past my office. I'm about to go grab payroll so that I can pay my people, because today is Friday. So so how do you create messaging that will stir up the market, that will stir people up and make people want to be hungry for your product, even before your product is ready to drop? Content marketing. I don't do content marketing, but I'm about to. Content, having great content out there, and what this is known as, what people call this is basically like the launch. They're basically like, oh, it's a launch. Basically, is what people say. It's a launch, but what the hell does that mean? It's a launch. But if you're putting content out there and people are engaging with your content, it really don't cost a whole lot to get people to engage with content on, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or whatever. Like right now, I'm recording content and I'm putting it out there, but I'm not launching anything. But if you was putting content out there talking about the pain points, getting videos, meeting with people, interviewing them, and so on and so forth, and just posting that content. Not just posting it, don't get it twisted, but you're posting this content to Facebook, and then you're spending advertising dollars behind it to push it so people can engage with it on Facebook. Now you're using a pixel to create an audience, and now you can either put people on your email list. Remember I talked about sales copy. So this isn't just regular content where it's like a blog post, but you're basically almost paying a copywriter, paying somebody that understands sales psychology and human behavior, behavioral science, all these different types of things, to basically write a sequence, or they're telling you to basically, here's like a sequence. Maybe it's like 10, 20 pieces, maybe it's 100 pieces, I don't know. But you're pushing out all of this content before your product drops. When I hit your landing page, all I should see is basically, hey, the product is coming soon. You know, we have the ultimate product that's going to solve all of these different pain points, whatever it is. And my mind is spinning. Whatever it is, we're going to solve these different pain points. When they hit the landing page, all you're asking for is basically maybe a name, email, cell phone number. Like that's all you want, so that these people will have immediate access to this thing. It will be before anybody else. So really it's a launch. So now that you have all of this content, you start rolling this content out there, and people are seeing it. People are going crazy. You could say that the drop date is going to be, you'll be able to, you could send people on the email, this is going to drop on Thursday, whatever the date is. Come Thursday, if that product don't drop and they can't get it, you're going to have the same effect, because people, especially if you was like, it's 12 o'clock midnight, it's going to drop right now, we're going to open a website up so that you can go ahead and buy, and boom, you don't open the website up. People are going to go crazy because they even you told them to mark this on their calendar. People influencing people. I told somebody one time, I said, there are certain things that, like I'm a Marine. That's a personality. That means something to me. It may not mean anything to you, but it means something to me. To be a Marine means that you can run 3 miles. To be a Marine means that you can do at least 15 pull-ups, right, on the pull-up bar. To be a Marine means that you can do 100 crunches in 2 minutes, or whatever the time frame is, and that is what's called a first class PFT, first class physical fitness test. That's a whole identity in and of itself. So those are certain things. So if you told me, if you was like, you're not a Marine, I bet you can't get up here and do a pull-up. You've just challenged me. And now let's say if you whispered to this other guy, I can make this random guy, I couldn't be that random though, right? I'm gonna make this random guy jump up on this bar and attempt to do a pull-up. And you as a stranger be like, what do you mean? You can't just have that guy do that. But like, yes, I can. Now you may already know, because maybe you saw me walking out of the the Veterans Hospital, or let's just VA hospital or something like that. Or maybe you knew that I was a Marine, and you walk up to me and be like, hey man, what's going on? Be like, what's going on, bro? Be like, you was in the Marine Corps, wasn't you? Be like, yeah, I was in the Marine Corps. Don't you guys do like pull-ups? Be like, yeah. Be like, yeah, I do pull-ups. Like, there's a pull-up bar right here. Like, let me show this guy that Marines can really do pull-ups. Be like, oh, okay, boom. I'm not even going to question, why is this random stranger asking me to do a pull-up? Because that persona, that personality of who I am, immediately I'm jumping up on the pull-up bar like, how many pull-ups do you want me to do? When you can tap into all of that, you're just falling in line with, you're just moving in line with how people already operate. You don't have to do there isn't a whole lot of psychology and a whole lot of, magic behind it, right? Once you can actually locate these people, and once you can actually find these people and know how these people are already naturally moving, then you can just easily nudge them that way and say, hey, this is what the situation is. This is how we're going to solve it. It's like, yeah, I understand that that's the problem. I understand that, being overweight, slows you down, and not being strong is a problem, and yada, 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 whatever these things are, you can just nudge people right along. So influencing people isn't hard. If I've been seeing news article after news article after news article after news article from you before your product even comes out. And I'm engaging with that content and I'm like, yeah, I love this, man. Yeah, man, this would be great. And then them last few pieces of content is talking about the actual product that's about to come out that's going to help with all of these different things. Oh, it's going to be a rainy day for you. And what I mean by that is the money is going to, the sky is going to fall. The sky is going to be raining money, you know, for you. So that's the whole, that's what's going on with Kanye West right now. If Kanye West's album, if there was going to be a problem, with selling Kanye West's album, it's not going to be a problem now. So his album is going to sell. So I don't know who's helping Kanye West with his marketing, but whoever it is, they're phenomenal. They got Kim. They're bringing Kim's audience over, and they're bringing his audience over, or should I say, they're bringing Kim's market over, and they're also bringing Kanye West's market over and together. And they've even tapped into the Christian market, and that's something I'm going to talk about too. It's going to be more on the conspiracy. It's not really conspiracy theory. I mean, because it just is what it is. Now, these things have happened. They've happened twice. That's not enough statistically significant data. But what is statistically significant is the amount of sales that have come from making these jumps over into this other genre or into this other niche. And that's something I'll talk about in a second. So to summarize, you can use to have the Kanye West effect with your e-commerce product. You can sit down with the copywriter or a content writer that understands behavioral science, you know, sales psychology, you know, these types of things. Highlight what the problems are inside the market. Find this audience on Facebook that really has this problem and roll out about 30 days worth of content. I'm just throwing a number out there. Roll out about 30 days worth of content or whatever. Get people engaged. And those last 10 pieces of content can be straight selling people on it. And people can come to your landing page. And when they get to your landing page, all that should be there is name, email, phone number. That's what I forgot to tell you. Now that I just said that. Email copy. Email copy. Email copy. Email copy. I'm going to talk about that inside the next video. But so 30 days of straight content, pushing that content out, pushing that content out, pushing that content out. The last 10 days, straight selling. And then when you release your product, now you got people pouring in, buying your product up. And who knows, maybe you'll just sell out in that one day. But that's the power of not just content, but content that has sales psychology built into the content that itself, and it moves people along, especially if you can find people that have a specific identity and you're selling to a specific identity. Like I just talked about being a Marine and doing pull-ups because a random stranger asked me to prove that I'm a Marine. If you can find that, again, that takes money, and that takes a lot. Either takes money or it takes you going out and doing the right research, so that way you can give it to the copywriter. I'm already over my time, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna talk about email marketing and why email marketing is important with this whole process. And I'm actually start bringing all of these things together to email in the next video. All right, peace.